Hi, so this is the help video for Unit 7 labs, the Chapter 10 labs for Unit 7. So the first thing, we're on page 223 in your textbook. So the first thing is I downloaded the fine-tunes task. And what we're going to do here, and the first thing is we need to set a deadline for the handoff to editorial. So to put a specific date on this, we're going to select the task in your Gantt chart view, and then in task, we're going to come over to the information. Let's do advanced. In the advanced tab in that task information dialog box, you're going to see this part of the constraints. One of the things that you can do is to set a specific date. So we're going to click that down, and we want June 2nd, 2023. So let's do June 2nd, 2023. So what this will do is put a milestone at the end of this as a measure. So if we come over here, right, so do you see the deadline there? Okay, so let's go, wait, right there. All right, so let's go on to the area about fixed cost. So the scenario here is that you've learned the cost of generating page proofs by the color setting services will cost $500. You want to schedule this expense to accrue when the color setting service firm completes the task. Continue using this fine-tune tasks file, and we're going to enter a fixed cost of $500 on step 23. So we're going to do the same thing. So I went to the wrong place. So we need to sit on step 30, and then we're going to come up here to view. And in the view, we want to do, in the task view group here, we want to make sure we're on Gantt chart or any of those. And then in the view tab, in the data group, we're going to click on tables and the cost table. So at this point, you're going to get, we want to put a fixed cost. So if you look up here at the top, we've got fixed cost, fixed cost accrual. So let's see exactly, we want it to accrue when the service is done. So we're going to put the cost in here of $500. $500. And then in the we want to set this at the end, because according to the scenario, we don't want this to be accrued until it's completed. So we're going to put the cost and then put when we're setting that cost, and it's at the end. So that's all we need to do for that. So once again, that was up here on view, and then we went to the cost view. All right, so the next thing is creating a recurring task. So let's read that description. This scenario, the children's book project requires a weekly status meeting involving some but not all of the resources working on the project. You want this recurring status meeting to have visibility in the plan. Continue in the fine-tuning this file. So we're going to insert a new recurring task named editorial staff meeting All right, so we're going to look at how we can do that. So one of the things about putting in these recurring tasks is you want to position yourself below where you want them to go. So we want this really to go above acquisition, and it's going to have 1 hour every Monday, and then there's a start and stop date. So we want to be on the task below, like it's going to get inserted above. So in the task tab, in the insert group, we're going to pick the task, and we want to do the arrow at the bottom, not the button. And then we're going to pick a recurring task to open this dialog box. So now we're going to put in the name, which the name is editorial staff meeting. And then we need to do how often it's going to occur. So let's see. It appears, so the duration every Monday, so weekly, every week on Monday, and the duration is 1 hour. So we're putting the duration here of 1 hour. And then the start of this is April 17th, 2023, and it ends on July 7th, 2023. Okay, so then I think that's all we need here. Yep, we're going to go ahead and say okay, and we're going to get all of these recurring meetings. Okay. Assign the following resource to the summary recurring task. All right, so let's look at how we can do that. So what we want to do is I want to be on this level here, this summary of it. Then we're going to, what did I just do? Control Z. Oops. Okay, so I want to be here on this, what's the new line 1. Go to resources, assign resources. And so we need to assign Carol. So we're going to assign, we're going to, let's see, Hanny and those 3 people. Okay, we're going to assign all of them. We're going to close that, and we're going to collapse this up. Okay. So we need to, we want to collapse this. So I'm going to come right here to this little arrow and just click it, and it'll collapse up after we assigned it. Okay, so now we're on to view the plan's critical path. So in this scenario, you're frequently asked when the new children's book project will be completed. You can quickly see the project's overall duration and finish date and project, but occasionally you need to show a project stakeholder the project's critical path, because that sequence of tasks drives the project's duration, right? So, your stakeholders, you want to be able to show them kind of the reasons behind, or what's going on with the schedule. One way to see this critical path is to format critical tasks. So we're going to continue with this and display critical tasks in the plan. So this one's pretty simple. All we're going to do is on the Gantt chart, we're going to go to the Gantt chart tools format, and right here in this bar styles, right, I can just click this critical tasks, and it will show the critical tasks for the project, right? Okay, so and then let's see, format, we're good there. All right, so we have one more thing to do. Schedule summary tasks manually. So this scenario is the publisher has challenged the team to aim for a 30 working day duration for the editorial phase. Okay, this one right here. You can enter a manual duration on the editorial summary task and later compare that duration with the automatically generated scheduled duration project provides. So enter a 30-day duration on summary task 19. Entering a duration value for the summary tasks switches it to be manually scheduled. So if we come up here to tasks and then information and duration, let's see, what do we want it to be? So, okay, so this is the way that I do this. I'm going to come here, if I'm going to set a certain date to this, so I can right click and go into information, and I'm going to set it to manual, and then I'm going to close it out. Then I'm going to come back in and change the days here. So we want it to be 30 days. And then okay. So tasks 19 here. Right? It's got this let's see. Oh, I'm still on the that's part of my problem here. Okay. Yeah, so I think we're good. I think we're good. That's good enough. So you can see, and if we look at, so I think that's good. At that point, you can save it and submit it. All right. Hopefully it makes sense. All right. Thank you, everyone.